Sacco and Felice, New York and New Jersey's premier attorneys at law. Their team brings decades of experience across a wide range of practice areas. Whatever life brings, they're your legal team. From everyday matters to complex cases, they've got you covered with the experience you need and the results you want. Because when life gets complicated, they make it simple. SaccoFelice.com. SACCOFILLAS.com. 2 C's, 2 L's.
Katz and Cosby, entertaining and informative
on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Joining us now, you guys, we have the great border czar, Tom Homan. Tom, we love having you back here on the show. And Tom, you got to fill us in because I understand at the Newark Detention Center, the ICE facility there, you went and you kind of went in there, you got a lay of the land and you tried the food. Tell us what you saw firsthand.
Well, I went up for two things. Number one, I went up there hard in that facility to protect the agents and detainees, make sure that we had all the security in place. Then the second thing I did is talk to local, political officials to get them to do their job. Then I did. I went to the facility, did a full inspection, walked around everything. I walked in the dorms, the rooms, the showers, and the toilets, and cafeteria, and medical, and outdoor recreation, indoor recreation, law library, visitings. I every square foot of that facility I went through, and I was just putting down all the false media, all the false reports. That simply, first of all, there was no hunger strike. There never was a hunger strike. There were people that didn't eat in the cafeteria, but they were ordering food from the commissary. So people were eating. Some just chose not to eat in the cafeteria. And as far as the food was terrible. After that inspection, I made another unannounced visit on Saturday, came in at lunchtime and told the director, I want to eat lunch. I want to eat lunch in the cafeteria with the detainees. I want the same food they eat. And, of course, I had my security, around me, but I sat there, ate the same food they ate, and it wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't Ruth Chris, but, it was spaghetti and meat sauce. It was green beans. It was charred beans. It was bread and butter. It was a dessert. It was a fruit drink. I mean, I didn't eat the dessert, but I ate everything else. And not only that, I'm a pretty big guy. I didn't finish it all. So, bottom line is, all these stories are fake. And when I asked the governor, okay, give me the details. Who supposedly had a miscarriage? Who didn't get their medication? Who is on a hunger strike? I mean, you're making all these allegations. Please give me specifics so I can run it down. They had no specifics. They had no names. They just said, what's what we're hearing. Look, this happens all the time. Detainees will make stories up. They don't want to be detained. So they think if they create enough noise that they'll be released or what just happened. Because of the Democratic politicians whose main goal is to end ICE detention and to end ICE, they went up there Memorial Day, an insult to the war veterans who were supposed to honor that day, and started this. And guess what? They ended up dealing with it because I went up there and I said, you guys need to do public safety. Our job is immigration enforcement. This is our facility. I'll protect our facility, but the people outside that are assaulting officers, damaging property, that is your job. And they did it. And what did the whole world see? That these idiots were attacking state troopers.
Tom Homan, John Catsimatidis. Now, of all the people, a lot of people got arrested. Only one was from New Jersey. Who are these people that are coming in from other states? Who are they? Why can't we get our law enforcement people? Why can't we get the FBI to find out who they are and who's paying them?
I can't share a lot, but I can tell you we know a lot, and people are going to be charged. But I'll leave it at that. The FBI was there. We saw a lot of the same protesters we saw in Minneapolis and Chicago. This is an organized attack against this administration. FBI has a whole bunch of evidence, so I'll leave it at that. But the governor of the state, shouldn't she be smart enough to realize that these are not her people, not her citizens doing this? I think she realizes now. We had that discussion. And so if these people think they're smarter than the FBI, smarter than Homeland Security investigations, smarter than career law enforcement officers, you got a surprise coming. And it's coming soon.
And now, who's protecting the facility? I understand she sent in the Newark police.
No. I met with the police. I met with state troopers. I talked to her. I said, you need to do your public safety job. These people are blocking the street. They're damaging property. They're assaulting your officers. I said, you need to control that. That is your job. We're an immigration enforcement agency. We'll go out and arrest people. This is a little different in Minneapolis, right? They were protesting our arrest. Here they're protesting our detention facility. I went out there. I put Jersey barriers in. We put embassy fencing in. We put more drones in the air. We put arena lighting in there. I put SRT teams. I brought 6 or 7 SRT teams in, including FBI, 3 FBI SRT teams. We got that security. That facility's hardened, and we're behind the wire. So when I told her, you need to protect the streets, because if they get in, I don't think they can get in, but if they get in, they're going to have a bad day. The first people are going to meet is SRT operators. So the facility is safe. And not only am I protecting the facility, I'm protecting the people we're detaining, and I'm protecting the agents. So it took about 2 days to get that facility hardened to the point that I thought it was safe in there. So we'll continue to protect that facility. That's our job. But outside that wire, outside that property, that is their job. And honestly, they're doing a pretty good job at it now. But what the genius behind that was, people saw these fools, these domestic terrorists. It isn't just about ICE. They don't like the badge. They attack troopers. They attack Newark Police Department. These people are just anti-law enforcement.
They're just paid characters, and the American people have to realize. Tom Homan, and you'll see the president before I see him. Everybody has to realize it. Everybody has to realize that they're putting on a play for the American people in all the major media outfits, ABC television, NBC television, CBS television. They are playing along, and they're showing the play that they're putting on.
Right, and they're buying into it. Tom, before we let you go, I want to ask you about New York State sanctuary law. Because it essentially says that, local cannot cooperate with the federal. The federal can't be, according to New York State, in public places like a park. I mean, that's crazy. And then also no mass. What's your response to New York State, Tom?
Good luck with that. Bottom line is, I made a promise that if the governor signed this, that's going to take away the efficiencies of the jails, efficiencies of 287G. Now, rather than one agent arresting one person in jail, we got to send a whole team out there. So you're going to see a lot of agents come to New York City, and people say, well, you made that threat. What's it coming? First, I'm not going to tell them. But second of all, the plan's in working, and we'll be there. And every illegal alien that we arrest in New York State, we're going to fly out of state to detain, because she says now we can't rent a bed from the local sheriffs. If I got no place to bed them down, then we're going to move them out of state. And how does that help the migrant community? How does that help? Because a lot of people we put in custody, they'll be in custody for a while while they go through hearings. And, I got no problem them being in the local area so their families can come visit while they're going through this process. But she has forced us to move every arrestee out of the state, away from their families, away from their attorneys. So you know what? She gets what she deserves, because I talked to her before they signed that legislation and told her what happened in Minneapolis, the success we had in Minneapolis, because over 80 sheriffs came to the table and helped us get the bad guy in the jail. She did the complete opposite of what showed effective in Minneapolis. I had a long discussion with her. She chose to do it anyways and fold to the hard left. Well, it's coming.
Well, thank you so much. Somebody has to find out who is. The FBI has to do their job. They have to assign the right people and find out who is paying these people and where the money is coming from. We've
already identified a lot of people. Justice is coming.
Good.
Thank
Tom,
you
we
so
love
much,
you.
Tom
Keep up
Homan.
the great work, Tom.
Keep up
Thank
the great
you.
Work. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tom.
Listen to this podcast now
on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Why is the middle class shrinking? Why are people facing an affordability crisis while marginalized individuals called informals grow in numbers? Join me as I travel the world, speaking with people living in invisibility, the leaders working to solve it, and uncovering the hard truths shaping our economy and daily reality.
Download all of Red Apple Media's podcasts right now through your favorite podcast platform.